Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How are you two fucking fuck? Game over, man. Game over. Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get versticken. Join me.
Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes.
I'm gonna come.
Mouth all glued up. Johnny-krutches, I asked you a question.
Boy, and I can't think right now for the food.
I'm a 50 terabyte self-evolving neural network double backflip off the high platform.
Settle this the old Navy way. First guy to die loses.
Welcome, everybody. We've got a show for you today. We're going to kick off and do a show for 2 hours. We got a show for 2 hours, and after that, I've got to go spend some holiday time with my daughter. I did a really awesome thing. I got her a Nintendo Switch. It's great. She loves it. She's very happy. But now she needs someone to entertain her and play with it with her, and I am the one who apparently is responsible for that. Both her grandmother and her mother are like, yeah, she's been begging to play that thing, and you need to be involved. And oh, okay. All right, fair enough. So I get to look forward to all of that after the show today, so that's what we'll be doing. But yeah, so because it's my holiday time with my daughter, we are doing a short show today. Apologies. It will be ending again at 4. We're just doing the 2 hours. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle saying, hey, Johnny. Hey, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. Atomic Ray saying something in the chat on Rumble. I'm not going to repeat it, but I see it. And, okay. That's a strong stance, man. I do not endorse it, nor condemn it. You know, free speech is a thing. And you do you. You say whatever you need to say. Everybody else can take it as they will. Again, we're doing a show. It's really bugging me that is off kilter. We're going to have to, let's do that. Let's try doing it like that and then like that. There we go. That sort of fixed it. Kind of. A little bit. Just a scotch. All right, anyways, sorry, a prep sheet thing driving me nuts in the corner. The line's not being off. Anyways, so yes, we're doing a show for 2 hours. We've got a fully loaded show with a lot of stuff to talk about for 2 hours. Our first hour is already loaded. We're going to just do a couple of different things, kind of kick it and have fun. An update for those of you that may have been watching Aaron's show this morning. He, I believe, at the end of his program, mentioned something about me and Matt doing a show on Tuesday. That is not happening. Just so everyone knows, I'm not going to be able to do a show for Aaron Tuesday morning. I am not going to be. We'll be doing a show Tuesday afternoon. to some extent, and we might have a program Sunday or Monday. We're leaving that open. If we do it, it's just people will show up, cool. If not, whatever. For those of you that might be around, I'm expecting a lot of people to kind of be busy Sunday and Monday, so I thought I wouldn't, intrude. But we might figure out a way to do something, especially Monday when she's with the mother's people. I won't have anything to do anyway, so we might fuck around for a couple hours. But anyways, how was spoiling your daughter? Says Lab Glass. It was, like I said, it was great. It's a double-edged sword. And I have one hell of an oily face. Oh my God, I apologize. I'm doing a real DSP now, and I'm grooming live on air. That's the right response. Anyways, yeah, spoiling my daughter, like I said, was great. She loved it. She lost her little 5-year-old mind. Very much loves her gift of the Switch. If I'm honest, I didn't realize how much I was going to need to be involved in the hand-holding because it's new to her, right? Like, no fault of hers, right? It's new. She's 5. She doesn't understand how to tap a button yet. That's the big one we're working on. But anyways, so yeah, I got to play a lot of video games with her. It's a really horrible thing for me, but it's awesome. I'm busy just opening presents and giving presents in the morning, then dinner at lunch, then Christmas Day, free rest of the day. Well, St. Caesar, like I said, we might have something Sunday. We might have something Monday. I don't know. Sunday evening works for me, Johnny, says Evil Gandhi. Well, all right, yeah, we'll just pool everybody's availability together, see what we can figure out. Like I said, I don't even know what I'll do. We might have stories to cover. I have a metal puzzle thing that's a dragon that I've been meaning to build for a while. We might do that. I know, was it Fanatical Bucks fan would really like me to build my Gundam, and I do want to build the Gundam, but that's going to have to be like a long day, like stream. That's going to be several hours to do that. And I probably have to pre-paint, which I kind of feel like I should probably get the paints out and look into that. But I have a couple of real life things to deal with for the immediate future, and then we'll see about scoring that one. This will be first no kid Christmas for me. They are with their mom, says Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. Well, that's the weird thing. Like, I live with my ex in a very full house rental situation, and so like technically I'm with the kid all the time, which is great. I love that. But when she spends time with the mother's family, I don't get to go to those things. So then they leave, and I'm home alone. So it's fun. Anyway, well, I mean, home alone. I live in the basement like a troll. Are we ever really not alone? All right, so again, that's a fun thing. It was great spa. It will be weird for me. Well, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, as someone who did it recently for the first time, really experiencing it like you're saying last year, I will say this: it's difficult the first time. The first time it's difficult being like, oh well, I'm just not involved in anything and I'm by myself. Weird. But then you like learn that you have things you can do, like jerk off or whatever, and it gets better. I'm going to be squad up with me on Fortnite if you're going to be alone, Johnny, says St. Caesar. I have been meaning to get Fortnite on my computer, and I just, I'll be honest, like I've got a lot of personal project things I want to do in World of Warcraft that require my attention, and so things that I want to do to make for content, actually, for like video content, and I really should quit fucking around on that and move in on it. I'll think about it, though. I have been meaning to get, I saw the Lego Fortnite thing, looks super cool. At any rate, we're kind of letting people filter in, but we can't do that for too long because, again, we are doing a short show. So thank you, everybody that's joining us on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We have a live chat on there. Good. Fallen saying, I'm here, Johnny. Make me giggle like a queer. That is, that's on the docket. We'll start with a little heartwarming story. Let's get to the live thing here. Can we click live? Yeah, it says people are watching. Maybe I have to reload the page. It won't let me do it that way. Does it have to do it this way? It does. There we go. All right, so thank you, everybody watching on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We love having all of you here. Let's get to our first story that we're doing. just a good heartwarming, just the cockles of your heart. I thought that came naturally.
A certain percentage of everything we do finally crossed into NetSuite, and you could see it made.
I don't want to know what that is. Oh, there's a video for it. Fuck that. We're gonna go to the video. We just have to skip this stupid ad.
NetSuite is really the hub that gets
NetSuite is kind of stupid. NetSuite is sweet. We might have to pull the phone line off if we get a phone call in the near future that we have to take, but we'll see. Other than that, yeah, super fun things. So this is a fun story. This one entertains me. This is a gift for a dad that a daughter got for him, and it's just a fun, heartwarming story just to open up the show before we get into some more serious stuff and have a fun time. Just something we meant to cover yesterday in our abundance of Christmas stories, and I really have to find a way to mute notifications for a short time. Give me a shout. I don't know, Oz. I'm in a mood, man. Nothing personal. But shout out to Ryan Oz Klein. All right. Here we go. This is just a fun, heartwarming story. Let's pop this over to there. Let's give it a go. And here we go. Just to warm us up. Just something that we can all. Just a nice gay story. Oh.
Holy
I can see it from here.
You want me to read it?
I can't read that.
You can't read that? All right.
No.
It says, Dad. This is what, this make me cry on this one. This was one of my most vivid childhood memories, how I remember it. How she remembers it, so God knows what if it's right or not, okay?
All right, this is a great story. Can we shut the people up?
Nick in the car to go in.
Can we shut the fucking kid up? Great, you're trying to film this great, beautiful moment at this really horrible up angle. The little 5-year-old doesn't get it. Can you get him out of the way? Oh, Jesus.
To a store, at a comic book store. Okay. Money was tight, so you were selling your most prized possession. At least I viewed it as that in the moment. I felt your sacrifice, and it taught me that I would do whatever necessary to ensure my future family never needed for anything. It was a lesson that has stuck with me since that moment. It taught me that the value of the greater good, everything I do in life, whether you work hard or good, I sure it was for the greater good's benefit. In that moment, as you got back in the car with extra cash to pay...
Jesus Christ. What is it with ladies? Honestly, I don't want to agree with Aaron on this one, but I kind of agree. In that moment, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Get to the point, lady. He sold his most prized possession. It taught me a valuable lesson. Can we stop with the... Did you need to write a book, too?
Cheer 100. That card gives him chunky diarrhea.
That card isn't going to give him chunky diarrhea. This is a fun, heartwarming story, but I'm starting to hate the daughter.
For whatever, bills due, groceries needed. My 7-year-old mind was determined to buy it back. I knew I would work hard enough to repay you, put into a greater good. I will never be able to fully repay that debt. My 7-year-old me would be so elated to see that I finally fulfilled that promise I made to myself. Thank you for everything. I love you, Lenny.
I know what it is then.
Oh. So you read the card before opening. Now everyone's going to get super sad. It's his Dan Marino prized card. That thing's got to be worth so much fucking money.
Best stories this year.
Wait, was that the prize possession that you sold?
A Dan Marino Miami Dolphins card. Again. All right, hold on. Can we... Yeah, we have to play this. I want to pause it, damn it. I just want the image. You wrote a fucking book. Good God, did you have to suck your dick? I mean, it is a nice thing you did there, but did you have to suck your dick that hard? That hard about it? Good God. Good God, lady. I was on your side. I was on your side. That butt plug was an heirloom. That card gives him chunky diarrhea. Yeah, people are always being hinky when they say that line. When they say what line? When are they being hinky? I love we're using the hinky saying, want to play tummy sticks. Oh my God, Fallen. Yeah. Mikey, what's up? Is that the line? The tummy sticks line? Was that the one? I don't know. When are people being hinky? I love that that's catching on. I'm going to make that a thing. If it's the last thing I do, and it might be. But, yeah. Easy now. Some surprises are better for later in the year. All right, happy Christmas, Mikey. Happy Christmas, Kwanzaa. All right, whatever that means. Yeah, the same to you. Merry Christmas, whatever. All righty, thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We're going for another hour and 45 minutes. We've got a bunch of stuff to get into. The greater good. Get fucked. Look, I mean, it is a heartwarming story. You watched your dad give up what you thought was his prized possession at the time. He did it for money to take care of the family. It taught you a valuable lesson. You swore one day that you would, get that possession back to him. And then you wrote 3 paragraphs about how it taught you so much and improved this and that and the other. Like, no. We didn't need all that. We just needed it taught me a lot of valuable lessons about taking care of my family, and I'm very grateful for those lessons. And I'm very happy to say that 7-year-old me would be elated to see I finally fulfilled that promise. And then he could open the card thing, and then there you go. She wrote a fucking book. Jesus. It took so long. By the time we got to the end, I ended up hating her. Like, yes, we get it. Move on. Anyways. We're going again for another hour and 45 minutes. We've got a bunch of stories to get into. That was just supposed to be a fun, heartwarming thing. Like, oh, that's nice. There's good things in the world. Oh, boy. Here we go. Ryan Oz Klein answer. Hey, man. What's up, Oz? How you doing? I can hear the echo off your TV. What's going on?
Oh, hold on. Let me kill that. We're good.
Hey, dude, what's up?
Living the dream.
Did you call in for something?
Yeah.
What did we call in for?
Stuff.
Cheer 100 happy Chris Makwanika.
Thank you, Les. So what's going on, Oz? What'd you call in for?
I called in to talk about everything. Talk to me.
I'm doing a show. I appreciate that, man. I'm in the mood. This is nothing personal.
Yep. I get that.
I'm not taking the calls thing today. Thank you for that, though. I'm gonna let you go.
All right. Have a good one.
I'm gonna flat out disconnect the phone just from the board. Again, like I said earlier, didn't want to take a call. All right, let's get over to this. Let's get over to this story.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm kind of ready to tell certain people that. Johnny, I love hot wings. Cool, Evil Gandhi. Thank you for that. That's awesome. That's out of the left field. Let's go ahead and get over to this St. Caesar. Hey, Johnny, did you hear Insomniac Games got hacked? Over 1 million files leaked, including leaked gameplay of Wolverine, and now it's playable on Steam Deck. No, I didn't hear. I'm not even gonna. I've got a bunch of other stuff to put in on there. I don't know how many people even care about that, but thank you for bringing that to my attention. We've got a couple other things we're gonna go ahead and get into. Did you fire Oz? I didn't. Oz wasn't hired. I just he mentioned earlier, give me a shout, and I told him I wasn't really in the mood to take calls, and I had a show thing going, and then he called me over Facebook, so I just didn't. Again, it's Angry Saxon. I like turtles. Again, I kind of wanted to just do a show. I know everybody. I let people come in and have kind of a say in things and have it's a little looser reins, as we say. But I kind of have a show prep to do for 2 hours. I'm just going to kind of go into that one, and we'll just, I won't forget about you, Oz. Well, don't, whatever. All right, so this next story we're going to get to. A peer-reviewed study finds that sex could be a better predictor of sports performance than gender identity. I realize a lot of people might find this horribly shocking, but oh shit, Wilmer with a sticker, and now we have a sticker party. I didn't even know about that. I didn't have the party thing up.
And that you're all alone.
For the Hecklebucks fan, you have my permission. I'm glad I have your permission. That's awesome.
Santa Claus.
Pull the audio down for a minute here while we get this sticker party out of the way. I would like to, let's look at this performance review thing. Again, a sticker party, an interesting thing to have right about now. Go ahead and bukkake the screen with stickers. And alrighty, let's just fucking reject all cookies. Reject all cookies. We'll read this study after we get done with the screen being bukkakeed by stickers. Lucasu saying, how's everyone doing today? Sex? Yes, please. I get it. The Austin Powers joke. Reject snickerdoodle cookies. I don't. I don't reject snickerdoodle cookies. Sorry, something I just kind of have to do. All right. So there we go. This is going to be a fun one to get into now for the next little bit. Let's the sticker party's done there. I'm sorry I did not keep better track of that to give people more of a of a warning. Chevy JB saying, "Hey dickhead, I'm late." Oh well, you made it before we're done. We have an hour and a half left. Anyway, so it's interesting. We've got a study here, and this again, I know a lot of you guys buckle your fucking seatbelts. All right, brace yourselves. Sit down if you need to, even if you're peeing. Just sit down, guys. And guys who identify as girls, particularly, you need to sit down. That's how you identify. This study shows that sex, and by sex they mean gender, natural born gender. Sex could be a better predictor of sports performance than gender identity. I know a lot of us, holy fucking shit, oh my god, tickle me with a feather. Sex may be more useful explanatory variable than gender identity for predicting the performance of athletes in mass participation races, a new paper has found. Published in the BMJ Open Sports and Exercise Medicine, the authors believe their findings suggest it is valuable to include both sex and gender identity in data collection. Dr. John Armstrong King and Dr. Alice Sullivan, University College of London, and Georgia M. Perry an independent research from the USA, conducted a study analyzing data on the performance of people who competed in the non-binary category of 21 races. Outside of purely biological outcomes and criminology, I don't know what criminology? Little empirical work has been done to test the theory that gender identity is more important than biological sex as a cause of gender disparities in outcomes. The data set of 166 race times achieved by non-binary athletes within a data set of, oh my God, I'm not breaking this down. Let's go to the people that gave me the snippets. The researchers found a sex gap in race times between athletes who identify as non-binary, and that there is no evidence that the gap between biological males and biological females is less for athletes who identify as non-binary. Or in other words, if you need that translated, if that was still too scientific. It doesn't matter if you say you're a chick or if you say you're nondescript. It turns out that guys have bodies that are just naturally more physically able to do physical stuff like running, jumping, all that kind of crap. It turns out that just over history's long existence, biologically, men have naturally been used to do more physical stuff, and our bodies have been naturally acclimated to such work. And it turns out today's modern day take on, but I identify as a lady today, doesn't really change much of the hundreds and thousands of years of evolution. Doesn't really do it. I know, again, I know it's a lot for a lot of you. Thank you. David Chandler, no shit. I know, right? We're all very, very surprised. And thank you all for being here. David Chandler, everybody else. David Chandler, you are really helping Johnny. Thank you. Yeah, thank you all for everybody that participates in the show. Not just David Chandler. Everybody participates. Lucasu, is that what we're doing? I don't know. Lucasu, just first time contributor to the show in the chat. That's a contribution. It's all contributions. So do the monetary ones do more for me personally in a lot of ways? Absolutely, but don't feel like you are not contributing. That's the whole point of the chat on the screen. Late Sad Boy SE, late night. What's up? Hey, good to see everybody. And how soon till that one's removed? I am shocked. I know, again, thank you for that. Again, if we could, I'll refer to, again, our show's doctor. This show's doctor. Now, you don't have to agree with our show's medical professional. I personally say seek your own medical advice. But our personal show's doctor has said, and I quote,
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Now, that is, again, one medical opinion. That is one opinion. But again, apparently, there is, given the lack of empirical evidence supporting gender identity theory, one should not assume by default that any gender identity is a more powerful explanatory variable than sex, being an objective, measurable binary variable. Sex has considerable explanatory advantages over gender identity. So again, for those of you that need that broken down, it turns out if you're born a dude, you're probably going to run faster than a chick. Overall. Regardless of whether or not you even go as far as to say lop it off and go, but I feel like a Sarah today. Like, it's really not going to change it. Stop current-daying me, Johnny. No, Mr. Q, I won't. And like Rusty Grammer said, hit the like button on all the platforms. That certainly helps. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. I'm going to hit my own like button. I'm loving the show today. We're having a good time. And those thumbs up, particularly over there on Rumble, really help. I've noticed the Rumble audience is slowly growing, and that's I don't know. I don't think Twitch. I don't think YouTube is throttling me at all or anything like that, but I like the growth we're seeing here. The swelling, if you will. Alrighty, so again, I know a lot of you are probably really, really shocked by that huge bomb drop, but oh, don't worry, we're gonna read about this and then we're gonna play a clip. But yes, apparently gender identity not as big a thing in terms of performance. Yeah, see. Yeah, take that one to your bedroom thing. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether I identify as a dude or a chick in the bedroom. Doesn't affect my performance. Still getting pegged. Alrighty, so we're gonna get into this story. Effin' troons be troopin'. Wow. Okay, sad boy. That one's sad boy retracted that comment before. I gotta pull this one off the screen. Let me get that out of there. Boop, there we go. My apologies. I hate having to do that. But when things go Bishop, Rumble is growing. The Rumble audience is, yeah, and I really like that. We got to start working more on putting up better stuff for the show and doing a better show. I think the big one is lighting, but yeah. Come up with maybe some offline content that we make. I do have a series I want to make called Johnny Grows Weed. So I do want to make a series called Johnny K Grows Weed. We have to get a couple things together, but we have the big parts of that. I'd watch that, says Evil Condi. Well, it would be a thing where we film it like offline. It'd kind of be like Bob Vila in This Old House, you know? All right, This Old Grow Up. So here we have what is a closet, technically, and it hasn't really been used for much of anything. It's not even nice to look at. In fact, as we look at it, it's fucking hideous. Quite frankly, I feel like this is a room you either grow marijuana or you hang yourself in, and let's just say we were this close to writing Riggs. Was it Riggs? Fuck. Forgot the guy's name. Now I'm screwing the bit. But anyways, we were this close to hanging from the rafters, but then we decided, we got a grow up for Christmas. So, and now that it's legal to grow in Minnesota, like it's totally legal for me to do. So we can just make as Mr. Q calls it, a docu-series on Johnny Grows Weed. We've got the setup. I have to build it. I might even start doing this series this weekend because the first part would be building the thing. And I have to edit the video then. But again, that could be a fun thing that I'm thinking of doing. And now that I've mentioned it on air, I probably kind of have to. You can grow millions of plants in Michigan. It's only a misdemeanor. Oh, and we got to remove that information from the screen because it was retracted over there. But yeah, so not really a docu-series so much as me just fucking around and doing a fun thing. And since I'm going to do it, why not? You know what I mean? Brooks. There we go. Brooks was here. Why didn't I think of that? Because every time I watch it, I think Mel Brooks was here because he's apparently still alive. Oh. Sad when you think about who will beat you out. All right, so migrant encounters at the border soar past the 200,000 mark in December with over a week still to go. So we've got a fun bunch of stories of stuff to talk about that, and we're going to get into that. Hi, friends. Hi, Egg Picker. Good to see everybody. Good to see you all. Again, we're going for another hour and a half, and then we're going to cut it short because I have to go help my daughter play video games because I bought her a video game console, and nobody else wants to wear that burden. They're all like, you know what? This was your doing. You're the one who's going to sit down and play these games with her. And the worst part is I got her other great games too, like board games and things. I got her a fucking puzzle and shit. Nope. And now I have to figure out how to bar her from making purchases because in order to set up, this is another weird thing. And any of you that have like Nintendo Switch accounts, maybe you can explain this. I was trying to set up the accounts for people. So I set up one for me. I set up one for her. And I screwed something up, so I had to like finagle mine. On my accounts that I set up for me, and at no point did it ask for any sort of financial thing. I set up an account for her, and when I set up her account, I literally flagged it as, this is an account for a child. And when I did that, they made me attach a credit card. They made me attach a credit card. It seems really, you want to call it hanky. That seems really hanky. Hey, 40-year-old guy, we're not worried about whether or not you're going to be able to pay for stuff. But if you're going to put a 5-year-old into an account, we want them to have access to a financial revenue stream. Egg picker, that's sus. It's super sus. Here's how sus it is. When I'm done with the show today, this is how sus it is. When I'm done with the show today, I'm immediately going on Google and I'm looking up how to bar an account from making purchases. How to bar a Nintendo account from making purchases. Because I don't want her to be able to make purchases. I don't want her to be able to make purchases. I don't even want it to be barred behind a password. I don't want her. You can set up the store to be password always. Yeah, I'm going to have to make sure we do that for sure. But I think it depends which one is the primary account. Their ID, parental controls, and the options. Yeah, it might take a lot to do. It's just hinky. Hinky. And while we had that little discussion, Fox News kicked their story over to another one because I didn't read this one and talk about it fast enough. So we've got to fucking skip it over to another one that had nothing to do with what we want to talk about. So there we go. Let's pause that right there and we'll get into this. And don't download Fortnite, says Egg Picker. Well, here's the big thing. I don't want her downloading games in general, but she does have one that I'm worried has like expense options with it, which is the Mario game. She got like Mario Deluxe, like Mario 8 Deluxe came with the bundle. And so that's set up. And so she's got that, which again, I think will be a fun game for people to play because again, it's something that I think she'll be able to handle doing a lot better than her Bluey game in some ways. If all else fails, use a prepaid Visa with like $20 on it. Well, it's already linked to my credit card, so that part's already done. And like I said, there is a password on it. We'll just have to figure that out one way or another. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into. We have an hour and 20 minutes left in our show, so we want to switch online. Is pretty good value if she likes the older games. She's 5. So I might get her some games like, old school Mario or something, but she's 5. The biggest one I think we would do is the Mario Party one. She loved watching the videos on that, but I don't know that she has game preferences too much yet. Let's go to this. Well, actually, let's read the story first. So migrant encounters at the southern border have already surged past the 200,000 mark for December, with an average of well over 10,000 encounters a day. Customs and Border Protection CBP sources tell Fox News, with still more than a week to go in the month. That don't take the piss out of nothing. Thank you for that sticker there, whoever. Where are we at the party thing? Just so we know. All right, 100 bits. We're a ways off. Uno, Monopoly. Buy her the puzzle game you bought her. The puzzle I got her was just a real puzzle. It's just a literal real puzzle. She likes puzzles. So, puzzles. At any rate, so yes. Thank you for that advice, by the way. Super awesome. We've got an hour and 20 minutes left in the show. Let's keep going. Thank you for being part of the program on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Love seeing all of you guys here. Back into this one. Sources say that there have already been, September over 269. Last December saw over 252,000 encounters, which was then a monthly record. That number could easily be eclipsed if agents continue to encounter 10,000 migrants a day. between now and the end of the month. The new surge comes during a year that has seen multiple records shattered for daily and monthly encounters. On Monday, there were over 12,600 encounters, which itself broke the record for daily encounters in a surge into Eagle Pass, Texas. Sources told Fox News that agents were outmanned at approximately 200 to 1 with migrants on Thursday. Fox News was on the ground in Lukeville, Arizona, where there was another mass crossing of over 700 illegal immigrants with massive numbers of adult males mixed with females from Mexico and Ecuador. Last week, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs announced that she was mobilizing the National Guard to help federal officials attempt to reopen the Lukeville port of entry while accusing the federal government of inaction. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, meanwhile, has expanded his transports of migrants to sanctuary cities by flying migrants into Chicago. He's also signed an immigration bill this week to allow law enforcement to arrest illegal immigrants in an attempt to stop what he calls a tidal wave of illegal immigration. Again, why can't we just tell them no and not let them in? We literally just can't keep taking these people, man. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. All right. So, again, it's easy to say you're heartless when you're like, hey, man, we got to start telling them no. But, again, this is in one evening. I don't want to see a group of people I don't know, that we don't know anything about, nothing. This massive group of people, one day, one night. What the fuck? Screw you, Fox News. You fucking blow a chode like you would not believe. Can we make it work now? We clicked reload. There we go. Like they're waiting to go to a concert, man. Like, again, holy Jesus. Thank you for the snowball and the 100 bits. That is a oops, I hit the chat box thing. I meant to hit the sticker party one. The sticker party one, that's 200 bits in. We're still a ways off from that. Thank you for that, though. So again, that's one night, man. I'm just saying it shouldn't be that easy to just walk into the country. It shouldn't be that easy anywhere to go there anyway. Why do I need to have a passport when I go into, why is there a border? I'm not allowed to just walk into Canada. Why am I not allowed to just walk into Canada? No questions asked. Alrighty. Again, it just, as we were saying earlier, hinky, I think is a good term. Hinky. Hinky. I love seeing all these ads that say spike vax that body. Spike vax that body right into the ground. Alrighty, so again, we have a show going for an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to only be able to do, like I said, it's a short show today, so we got a lot to get through. We shouldn't, you wouldn't walk back from Canada easily either. Again, right? Like, it's weird. Fox, you suck. Anyways, one of these times I'll get you in the face. In the face! Well, Lab Glass, I appreciate that you're determined to try. But just remember, if you try to get me in the face, you're going to hit Deadpool first. He didn't ask for that. Look at him. Look at him. He's just reading his news brief. He's just reading his news brief. He's just doing his job, fact checking everything we're talking about. You know, he an innocent victim. You want to be that guy? Really? It's Christmas. Well, it's gonna be. Like in a couple days. Whatever. For my daughter, it's Christmas all fucking week. Gifts yesterday, today, probably a few tomorrow, a bunch on Monday. Jesus. Anyways, let's get over to this next one. A Florida man sets fire to his house during a 4-hour standoff over shoplifting cigarettes. I don't know what the best part of this story is yet. I haven't read any of it, but I'm very excited to find out how all of this came together. Because again, you know what? Let's just do it. A deputy in Florida was grazed by a bullet Wednesday during a gunfight with a suspect who fled after being suspected of shoplifting cigarettes and then took part in an hours-long standoff before he was taken into custody, authorities said. The deputy who was shot had a non-life-threatening injury, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office said in a news release. Yeah, we're missing the forest through the trees here. The fire is the part I want to know. The suspect was taken into custody Wednesday morning following about a 4-hour standoff, during which he set fire to his house in Deltona, Florida, located about 30 miles northeast of Orlando. A worker at a convenience store called deputies after witnessing the suspect stealing cigarettes. The suspect drove at deputies arriving at the store and then attempted to flee, but was hindered by stop sticks a deputy had deployed. The suspect was able to drive to his home on deflated tires, followed by deputies who commanded him to get out of his truck. When deputies approached the vehicle in an attempt to remove him, the suspect fired at them, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office said. The suspect set fire to the cab of the truck and was forced into his home, where a short time later, deputies saw smoke and flames coming from the upper floor. When the suspect was spotted on a balcony, deputies used an armored vehicle to knock down the balcony and bring the suspect to the ground, the news release said. I want dash cam video. The suspect was treated at the scene for unspecified injuries and then taken to a hospital, authorities said. A mental hospital, I hope. That guy's got some issues. I really wish we had video of this. That's sad. He set fire to his house. If I can't smoke these cigarettes, nobody can. Holy Jesus. He set fire to his house. Fire to the truck, and then not to be outdone, fire to the house. I mean, you got to expect if you set fire to the truck, might as well set fire to the house. What else you got to lose? Burn it all. Just proof that some of us just need a cigarette. Just let him have. The man just needed a little nicotine. He just needed a little nicotine, goddammit. So they did him like they did David Korsh. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Regardless of how they did him, I think he kind of earned it. He did come at him with setting fire to the place, and then they just fucking drove into him and knocked him off the balcony. I mean, I gotta say, not the worst thing I've ever heard of. And in an attempt to fix my bowl, I might have made a mess. Daddy made some spillies. Alrighty. So at any rate, thank you for being part of the show. We're having a great time, and it's awesome to have all of you here. Let's go ahead and Sergeant tossing the flashbang and the smoke grenade will get him with tampering with evidence. Oh, Waco? Dude, the guy stole cigarettes. I don't think it's the same as Waco, but okay. Then Waco was a long time ago. I'm sorry I didn't put those two together, Mr. Q. Again, seems like David Koresh. I don't think they drove a ledge thing and knocked him off a balcony. Again, this guy stole cigarettes, set fire to his car, and then his home. A little different than the... I don't even... It's a weird one. Oh! Fox News again. I wasn't on that story. You want me to do it, whatever it is. I was done with the one I was on, but screw you and your damn need to push your stuff. Like, oh, we're not talking about this, but here we go. Boom. Look at this story. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. F off. Stop changing what story I have up. Seems like I feel violated by Fox News. At any rate, let's get over to this other story because we have about an hour left. And if we don't hurry up with these stories, we're going to be behind. And I want to get through all of them. We have a bunch of extra stuff in case we get through everything. And where did I put my phone? Here it is. I have my phone over here in case I get that phone call from the county, but I'm guessing we're not going to be getting that phone call. Alrighty, let's get over to this story. New York State absolutely hemorrhaged residents this year. Guess which states saw giant gains? I don't know if we want to get into which one saw giant gains, but I don't know about hemorrhaged residents. You guys do realize you got a shit ton of immigrants. I mean, so just let them fill the gaps. I'm sure that's what a lot of the Democratic Party would like. If you live or recently lived in New York, either in the city or the rest of the state, these numbers, alas, will probably not surprise you. New York's population plunged more than any other state in the country over the past year, according to some new sobering statistics, as fed-up lawmakers and ex-New Yorkers blame crime and the sky-high cost of living. Almost 102,000 people fled the Empire State from July 2022 to July of 2023. The United States Census Bureau released in a Tuesday report. So these are just stories that are explaining why that might be funny. So yes, it's not surprising that people would be getting the heck out of that city and the rest of the state. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Texas and Florida have added 473, 453, and 362. All right, so Florida added 473,000 and Texas added 365,000 residents, respectively. North Carolina, Georgia, and South Carolina rounded out other states that saw the largest increase. So apparently, all of the Republican states are getting a lot of people. The ones that are like, we don't want to do your woke DEI stuff. We don't want to be a sanctuary city. We want legal residents. It's weird how that's going. It's weird. Hinky. So again, Texas and those states are seeing the largest increase. Texas is really getting it from both ends because they have the illegal immigrants coming in from the south, and then they have the legal residents moving in from the north. But at least Texas has the right idea. Let's just ship the illegal immigrants to the north, and they can go live in all of those super awesome sanctuary cities. Which is why I say, man, what are you worried about? If you're one of the people living in Texas, I mean, we're not going to have a problem. We got a whole bunch of people we're importing. Hundreds of thousands. We can fill those holes. We can fill the holes in the boat there. Yeah, sure. I mean, they don't have any money or anything like that. They're going to need a lot of work and stuff to support, and we don't even know anything about half of them. But, I mean, it'll work out great. Thank you for the 250 channel points.
Paul has not committed a crime.
All right, so we have one story left from the first hour. It's a little bit of a bummer. Thank you for that. And after we get done with that, we have, like I said, we have a story going to talk about. After we get done with that, we have our second hour stories to load. And then when we're done with all of that, like I said, it's a holiday with the daughter. So it's a short show. I apologize. I think I am going to have to change those things. It's a short show. I apologize, but thank you for being part of it. Let's go ahead and get our last first hour story out of the way. All those are up. We've got all of our chats up. Let's make sure none of those are. Yeah, we're good. All right. So again, thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We love having all of you. Our last story for the first hour here is about U.S. veteran Paul Whelan, who claims he feels abandoned as he remains imprisoned in Russia and says that it is, quote, a serious betrayal. Now, for those of you who don't know, Paul Whelan is a U.S. Marine veteran who has been imprisoned in Russia for several years on what critics have said are false charges, and said he fears the United States has left him behind, and called inaction by the successive presidential administrations a serious betrayal. So let's just point this out. This isn't just a Biden one. This is a Biden, Trump, and possibly Obama. Several years. So in a phone interview from his prison cell, he told the BBC that he feels abandoned by his country, which noted he has engaged in other prisoner swaps with Russia in the last several years, including the female basketball player Brittany Griner. It's unfathomable to me that they've left me behind, said Whelan, referencing both the current Biden administration and the former Trump administration. BBC reporter Sarah Rainsford admitted that she had never seen Whelan so pessimistic or frustrated as he appeared this week. All right, let's go ahead and go to that video then, or the video that we have.
But a crime has been committed against him. Paul has not committed a crime, but a crime has been committed against him. I no longer know what my brother looks like. I am here to tell Russia, free Paul Whelan.
Emotional moments at the UN Security Council yesterday. Our next guest attended a meeting chaired by Russia to confront Moscow on the wrongful imprisonment of her brother. Her plea echoed by U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield.
And I want Minister Lavrov to look into her eyes and see her suffering. I want you to see what it's like to miss your brother for 4 years. To know he
ain't gonna give a shit. I want him to look into her eyes and feel something. Great. You know what he's going to feel? Like it's a waste of time.
Is locked up in a Russian penal colony simply because you want to use him for your own means. Let Paul and Evan come home.
Elizabeth Whelan is a sister of Paul Whelan, who has been wrongfully detained in Russia for the past 4 years, and it's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
What was it like yesterday when you had a chance to see the Russian foreign minister in person, staring him in the eyes and asking for your brother to come home?
It was a really emotional moment for me. I knew I was there for Paul. And to be able to see the person who was the embodiment of the country that has kept him locked up for almost 4.5 years, that was exceptionally moving. I think we made a very good point having me there.
Mm-hmm.
And did he give a shit?
Paul and 2 other siblings, and you are, as you described it, the old sister of the family. How often do you have contact with him over the past 4 years?
I have had a few letters. We've been able to exchange letters, but I can't talk to him. He can talk to our parents for 10 or 15 minutes at a time.
On the phone?
On the phone. But for the first 2 years when he was held in Lefortovo prison, which is where Evan is being held, we didn't have a chance to have any communication with him like that. So it's...
Lab Glass saying, we already sent the Lord of War back, so we're out of leverage. And hey, at least we got, with that one, we got an NBA, a WNBA star who was, arrested for violating crimes of the country. This is apparently a wrongful imprisonment of a U.S. veteran, and hooray that we're not worried about it.
I can't wait till we can speak.
These are live pictures from the UN, by the way, and that's Lavrov again speaking there, where you were just yesterday. Go ahead, Dana.
Here's a quote from an update from your brother David about Paul. This was sent on Monday, April 17th, so just 8 days ago. His resilience is shaken. Paul told our parents he feels as though the U.S. government has abandoned him. Yesterday, you were with the UN ambassador. Could you reassure?
Don't worry, Paul. You ain't alone. The U.S. government seems to abandon a lot of us lately, especially in America. You know who they're really helping out? Ukraine. Do you know any people in Ukraine? Do you have any friends in Burisma that might have paid the Bidens some money? Because then you'll have some leverage. Otherwise, I say your best bet of getting out is cutting off your cock and naming yourself Pauline and saying that they need to respect your gender identity and you got to get up and out of that gulag so you can get your transitional surgery and your new tits. Come on down.
Sure, Paul, if you were able to get a message like this, that the government has not abandoned him, or how do you feel about the Biden administration's approach to trying to get him back?
All right, whoa.
Well, the fact remains that Paul's been left behind.
And she's probably about to say the same thing. Don't just put this on the Biden administration. The Trump administration also dropped the ball a little bit. And at this rate, if we keep kicking that can down the road, the possible next Trump administration will have a chance to maybe do something about it.
Twice when other people have come home. And we're making the point that that cannot happen again. We are not going to stand to see Paul left behind in Russia for a third time. At the same time, we know there are some very good people trying to help get Paul out of Russia, and we just need to keep them on the task.
Well, I did not realize this. He's in a province called Mordovia, which is east and south of Moscow. I'm going to guess is about 500 miles, perhaps.
I'm not sure. I know it's about an 8-hour drive.
Okay.
That's what
long way there. Yesterday, you said Russia's a terrorist state. You said that it's so lazy that Evan Gerskovich had the same interrogator who harassed your brother 2 years ago. What happened then?
Well, we don't know the details, and we probably won't until Paul gets back. But we do know the name of the fellow who led the investigation against Paul.
Why would they have the same Russian do both cases?
That is a really good question. Perhaps they're out of employees. I'm not quite sure. But for some reason, they have, because of the espionage charges, they have used the same investigator.
Did you feel any support from the other countries that were there at the UN Security Council meeting?
Oh, absolutely. The UK, Canada, and Ireland have all been supportive of Paul.
Right, yeah. So supportive that he's going to come home. So supportive. It's against the law to set fire to the evidence, says Atomic Ray. Well, I mean, short show better than no show, and you have a damn fine reason if you want my opinion. Thank you, Mr. Q. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you for saying that. He's more likely to get help because they won't give him the gender-affirming care they need. Yeah, dude, that's what you got to do. Toastmaster, veteran, no wonder they won't help him. Kind of. That's kind of what it seems like. It kind of seems like, oh, he's a vet, so, fuck him. Again, we had to remember what a horrible crime it was for Brittany Griner to be imprisoned in a Russian gulag for violating the laws of having an illegal substance in a country. I don't think she should have been imprisoned, and I'm sure she was used as a political pawn. We all know she was. But again, you did break a law. What's the law he broke that got him in prison? We made copyright trolls in Miami burn down an apartment building where there were storing forged aged verification documents called 302s. I have no idea what you're talking about, Bishop. No idea. In fact, I'm going to just go like that just because as a safety precaution, disavow. That's what I say. When in doubt, wipe it out. There we go. That's our feeling on the chat. Do we want to keep going with this? I don't know. How much longer does this have? Because now we're just going to talk about, the amazing support I had from these countries. Right, that amazing support, does it equal anything? Are they going to do anything? My guess will be no. My guess is overall no.
Through the whole thing, and the ambassador from Ireland and from Canada stood with me to make some remarks.
Oh, good for them. Yeah, I don't give a shit. We're done with you. We're done with you, Toots. Thank you for your time. I hope your brother gets out, but seriously, again, if you want him out faster, he has to decide that he really wants to be a chick. You know what I mean? Like, he really needs to start living that double D lifestyle. The things we'll do for a nice set of tits in this country, am I right? All right, so there's our first hour story out. We got our out. There's only one story. So there are our first hour stories out. We've got our second hour stuff coming up, and we've got some extra stuff in case we get through all of that with extra time. Like I said, we're going to hang out for one more hour, and then we're going to have to bail. So let's go ahead and load this up. I'm going to drop the audio down for just a second here while we grab our second hour stories. Thank you for being here on Twitch. Hold on. We got a laser cat to it. Now we're gonna pull the audio down. Let's grab that story. We're gonna talk about there's an interesting thing about vanity plates. We've got a story about a Chanel robbery. We're gonna talk about that. A lady went to Mexico for surgery. Turns out she might not be doing so well. We've got a Catholic girls' college reversing a decision they made about transgender admissions. We're gonna have fun making fun of that. We've got 3 Dunkin' employees arrested for how they dealt with their customer service, and we have a story about a Kansas City church that apparently really pissed off a lot of Redditors. I mean, it's not surprising. Redditors love to be pissed. I'm surprised they got pissed about this. I wish my cat had lasers. I don't think anyone really wishes for their cat to have lasers. They're bad enough with laser pointers. We don't need them to have actual lasers. People will die. People will die. Egg Picker just said, I don't. Mine would kill me. Exactly. Right? They'll look you in the face and blind you. Or cut off your legs or some shit. They're going to murder you. Don't give cats lasers. Alrighty. So this is our first one that we're going to go to. There's a video of Secretary of State Giulianis revealing vanity plates rejected in the 2023. You know what? Hey, let's watch this. I'll do this. It's not even that long of a video. Hell yeah. This is a lot more fun than me reading them. I get shit fucked up all the time. You have to do it right because you're like a public figure. I'm just a putz on the internet. And boop. Here we go. Play that beautiful plate footage.
Hi, I'm Secretary of State Alexei Janulius. It's fun to spot customized license plates on cars and trucks traveling along Illinois roads. Illinoisans take great pride in choosing their vanity and personalized plates. But while they're often clever and frequently humorous, license plates must meet the standards of good taste and decency, or they...
What's wrong with MILF?
...make the naughty list. The Secretary of State's office is tasked with keeping an eye out for license plate applications that include lewd, offensive, and even dangerous...
Right. Blah, 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 legal jargon. Let's roll the plates.
...for vanity and personalized plates were submitted. Of these, 304 new plate names were added to the permanent naughty list. They were denied because they were deemed too obscene or defamatory by our team.
You better read them.
Well-versed in pithy puns, lecherous language, and sneaky swearing. Some of the rejected license plates submitted for approval this year included Eat Butt, Boner, MILFs, Whoop Ass, D's Nuts.
We're going to rewind this so you can watch him try to keep a straight face.
Boner, MILFs, Whoop Ass, D's Nuts, Poopsie, and Iowa Sucks. Clever is too generous a word, but they did make me laugh. Now, I don't want to dissuade anyone from opting for a personalized license plate, but just remember, go ahead and make it clever, but please keep it clean to avoid the naughty list. If you're interested in flexing your creative side on a license plate, visit our Pick a Plate.
Well, fuck you. I want more names. I want more names. You gave away the easy ones, asshole. Eat Butts, MILFs, Whoop Ass, Poopsie, D's Nuts, Iowa Sucks. I need more names. That's it? That's the only names you're giving us? That's too few. You had how many? More than 300 requested vanity plates were rejected. More than 300. And that's all we get for names? Doesn't make sense. That's not right. That's not right. What's wrong with Brazil nuts? All right. Anyways, so there we go. They rejected those ones to include these. Yeah, but include, we need the whole list, or at least a greater all right, don't read them all, but give me a something. Oh, we're reading this. This came from 2 hours ago. I missed this in my prep work. We're opening open link in a new tab. That's one we're going to talk about. That'll be fun. All right, so we're going to cover that. That's, again, thank you for that, Illinois State. But you, again, you pussed out. There's a lot more to read and talk about. Alrighty, so let's get over to this next story for this one, the one we'll do next. Gilf's still in the clear. It's because there's not a lot of them. Sir, do you want to explain why you want your license plate to simply say Cougar? I love the Mercury Cougar, but you're driving a Ford. Yeah, that doesn't matter. You know, I just say. Look. Why do you want the license plate to say Pussy Wagon? Because the truck does, so it should fit. Oh, boy. Again, I'm really sad. 300 entries were denied, and you gave us 5? You gave us 5? 300. We could have used a good 20 or 30, man. You know, how many of them weren't, simply put, how many of them were not, if they're not repeats. I mean, if of the 300, if they were all using the same 5 things, one, I feel bad for Illinois if that's what's going on. But yes, we very much should get to see more of these denied fucking license plates. I'm actually legit pissed about this. This is the great conspiracy of our time. First they hide the license plates. Then they tell us that, oh yeah, all those people voted for Biden. Just saying, it's hinky. It's hinky. It's hinky. It's hinky. Dead giveaway. All right, so we've got a couple other stories to get into. We've got 45 minutes left in the show. We're going to kind of crash through all of this and then move on out into the holiday season. I hope all of you have a wonderful holiday. Let's get into this stuff back over here quick. We have there's a video. We can watch it. There was a Chanel store that got robbed in D.C. Now, before we watch the video, I just want to point out that 6 people broke into the store in our nation's capital, and there is an ongoing investigation as to who these 6 people are and what they stole. We also have an investigation into the security guard who fired a single shot, which likely hit nobody. The group took an undetermined amount of merchandise and attempted to flee the store when an armed special police officer employed by the store reportedly discharged his weapon. Police do not believe the gunfire struck anyone. MPD will continue to review the security footage of the incident and is also reviewing the security officer's actions to determine if there was excessive use of force. So let's see this this robbery where, again, apparently the security guard stopping the robbery is the excessive use of force. Supposedly, we might be seeing that. Let's go over to this. Boop. Boop. Boop, boop, boopity boop. And go. All right, so people busting in. Looks like they dropped a smoke bomb. They're just grabbing purses and bags. I'm not going to point out anything about the people in the video. Spraying smoke bombs and shit everywhere. Again, we can't point out anything about the people in the video. That's the end of it. We don't see the officer fire the shot. Well, again, excessive use of force. You're right. These guys with their smoke bombs and stealing all of this stuff. Come on, y'all. Everyone's got to eat. Right? They've got to eat their purses. I love that we can't point out who we see in the video. I love that. I love that again. We can't point out who. Oi, fella. David Williams, 15. Good to see you. Good to see you, David Williams. Good to see you, David. Good to see all of you. We're having a great time with the show. If you're enjoying the show, thank you for supporting it with bits, subs, Rumble rants, all of that good stuff. We say thank you when Rumble hits 50, we kick it over and knock a day out. We recently did a week ago or so. We kicked a day over. We're into, what is it? We're on to the fucking 13th now. Where are the pay links? There they are at. And yeah, our show goal is on March 13th now. There we go. Boop, boop. We'll link these quick. If you want to throw something at us, cool. Boom. Again, it all counts and goes forward. And we'll throw these in all three of the chats. And again, otherwise, just enjoy the show. We're going for another 40 minutes or so. The Chanel robbery, again, we can't talk about the usual suspects involved, but thank God we're going to stop that police officer or special police officer for doing his job trying to protect the store. We still don't know how much they technically got away with in overpriced purses. We still don't have that information. They did a heist mission in GTA 5 right before this for practice. Kind of. I will say this. Look, for the people committing these crimes, one problem we do have, since we as a society are choosing to not allow people to enforce the law, they are approaching it with a kind of GTA mentality. Like, well, we can just do this. I mean, who's going to stop us? What's the worst that happens? You know, and catch a punch in the mouth. I mean, again, if none of these people even suffer so much as jail time, like, who the fuck cares? Like, it's really, really sad. And just as a society, certain things, in my opinion, shouldn't be allowed. A group of people shouldn't be allowed to behave that way. I don't. Nice try, Wilmer. Almost got me. Ha! You missed me. You missed me. What suspects? You mean? No. Saint Caesar. How could you say that? How could you? I did not say such a thing. And I will not have such blasphemous accusations posted upon my screen. I don't know where you would get such an idea. I feel I was clear exactly about what I said, because I said words, and those words meant what I meant they meant. And if you inferred a different meaning, that's on you for the meaning you inferred. And I, for one, will not defend myself against your infersions. Works. Moving on. Boom. Thank you for being part of the show. Again, hello, fella. Hey, David Williams. For jumping in the chat. I'm sorry I missed your first one. Lab Glass throwing another one at it and still whiffing it. Is this on or off? I thought it was on. Let's try throwing it back up again. Now? There we go. Maybe it doesn't say those when those happen in the chat. At any rate, we have, again, a show going for another 40 minutes. We got a bunch of other stories to get into, and we're going to want to talk about all of them. This one's kind of funny in a very sad sense. I don't want to laugh at this lady, but I'm worried I'm going to, because it sounds like the horror show that she endured was entirely elective. And what I mean by that is it wasn't anything she needed for any other reason than her own vanity. And, well, let's just say she kind of walked into this one a bit. It seems like. I don't know. Let's get into the story. Video loading. American woman received unwanted.
Fuck off.
Oh, no. Unwanted. Ooh. Why is it not playing the video? Can we get the video, please? 65-year-old woman was left with a $75,000 in medical bills after discounted botched surgery in Mexico left her disfigured. Kimberly McCormick from Washington underwent a successful $13,000 weight loss.
Cock size is the smallest it's ever been in recorded history.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Let me get back to the show. Is the chat box up? It is. Alrighty. Kimberly McCormick from Washington underwent a successful $13,000 weight loss surgery at the Mexico Bariatric Center 6 years ago and decided to return in October for a breast lift and to remove loose skin on her arms, thighs, and stomach, and stayed after the weight loss. However, to her horror, she woke up from the surgery with a breast augmentation and a Brazilian butt lift that she hadn't requested. My chest was really sore, and I started bawling. She quickly alerted medical staff to ask why she had been given unwanted implants, and why she was told she had at some point asked the doctor for them. She said, "You told him you wanted a full C," and I said, "No, I would never say that. Not ever." 65-year-old lady got breast and butt augmentation against her wishes. Kimberly revealed the surgeon also failed to remove the loose skin under her arms and on her thighs, and instead given a Brazilian butt lift. She recounted walking up in the hospital and realized something was wrong as one of her lungs partially collapsed while she was under. Oh my God, man. This is why you don't go to Mexico for surgery, okay? The room she was staying in was filthy, and she was having trouble breathing and soon developed a nasty infection. I said, "What happened to my mother?" said Misty Ann McCormick, Kimberly's daughter. Misty started shouting in the hallway. I'm inside thinking, my mom's up there and I can't leave her. I get to the door and he pushes me hard. There's this cement ramp and I just go flying. I was afraid I was going to die right there, and she wouldn't have known, said Kimberly. Kimberly revealed the weight loss surgery cost in the U.S. would have cost more than $50,000. However, doctors now believe it will cost her more than $75,000 to repair the damage done in Mexico. She claimed she was pressured into paying an extra $2,500 than the prepaid price because, according to the staff, she stayed longer than anticipated. I think I'm lucky that I'm here. I'm lucky the damage isn't any worse. And you do have a nice ass for a limited amount of time. However, I'm looking at another surgery because the implants they put in are so big, I don't have enough skin to enclose them, and they're not healing. Kimberly is now getting treatment from the local doctors after she returned home to King County. She has warned others to stay away from cut-price surgery. I don't care how enticing they make the offer. Don't do it, she said, because the end result is not going to be something you are happy with. Yeah, imagine that. How do you break a rib doing a butt lift? What do you do, a ratchet strap? No, I think the lung collapse was from the tit job, but the butt lift certainly didn't help. I'm just saying they packed a lot of tits and a lot of ass into that old lady. All right, and I was ready to make fun of this broad because I thought it was all elective. No. She went in for some skin reduction surgeries, and they're like, but we can up those tits a notch. What do you think? What do you think? A solid C couple fit in there? I don't know. And the Brazilian butt lift. Grandma got that ass though. And she's now warning others against cut rate surgery. Yeah, I can't imagine why you'd warn other. I really wanted the video to load. Damn it! I don't know why we're not allowed to see it. I wanted to play the video. Anyways, 75K isn't a lot. No, 750,000 is a lot. I love that Rusty always goes to that one. Like, hey, man, how about that one? And I still, like a real chump, do not have the sound drop. So he makes the reference. We do the bit. And guess what we have still yet to do? Just add the sound drop. We could play it for him right now. Don't have it. Could get it. I'm fucking lazy. Why? Because I don't care. I don't care. Exactly. Thank you, Dear Butch, for the 250 channel points. But we have a show going again for another half hour. We're going to keep you going for another half hour, and then I've got family stuff to get to for my holiday season. So let's get into this next story. Again, thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We love seeing all of you guys on all the different channels. Love having everyone here. Let's get to... Nope. Do we want to car? Nah, we're going to get to that one later. Let's get to this one. Deeply sorry, a Catholic school girls' college has quickly reversed its transgender admission policy after major backlash. Now, unless we're going to hear that you are reversing your policy to accepting transgender applicants because of major backlash, and I don't anticipate that because it's just, I really don't think you'd receive major. Close. So far, Dear Butch is the closest. Let it be known in the snowball on Johnny's face game that we're playing at this point in time. Dear Butch is the closest to the money shot. Is there a prize? I don't think there is. We should try. We should have thought about this. We could have made a prize if someone manages to catch me right in the kisser. You did manage to kind of slap Deadpool with the nugget, though. I'll give you that. You did manage to pull that off. So ain't that a beauty? All right, let's get into, again, Lab Glass is thirsting for it. Let's check the party situation. Sticker parties, to be fair, don't count because everyone gets to do them for free, and they cover the screen. Oh, damn, Mikey Two Milks technically gets a hit. That's technically a hit, at least a glancing blow. Definitely so far the closest winner is Mikey. The drip doesn't count. The drip doesn't count. It's got to be solid contact. Solid contact. Like I said, we've got a good one from Mikey. And apparently now a close hype train because everyone's taking cracks at hitting me in the face with stickers. And you know what? It's Christmas. It's Christmas time. And if that's what you guys want to do while we kick out this last half hour of a show, I say more power to you. Hype train, snowballs, sticker party, whatever. We're having fun. It all counts for everything. We don't keep none of it. As it is, we're 140 bits away from a sticker party. So we're going to go ahead and leave that up. For those of you who aren't aware, the sticker party is, again, the symbol down at the bottom of the screen is over on the side, and everyone gets to do stickers for free. B5, you sunk Johnny. You sunk my streamership. Now I'm just like fucking PTSD with the whoosh noise. Mikey Two Milk's throwing another ball and feeling confident after that first one. But missed it. Nuggeted to the face by Deer Butch, and now we are 30 bits away from a sticker party, 100 bits or subs or gifted or 100 subs, 100 bits or a gifted sub from one more person from my hype train.
Fuck!
There goes the sticker party thing.
Cheer 100.
And now we have a hype train. It's the music combined that's really fucking weird. And now I'm getting slapped in the face by snowballs.
Guess what?
What?
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Anonymous gifting a sub to the community. Let's see who. I guess Anonymous. Thank you for that. That sub going out to G-Lox. A little cowbell for G-Lox for the anonymous sub gift. Here we go. G-Lox, a little cowbell for you. Thank you. Atomic. Does the train have complimentary seats for fatties? I mean, honestly, if in this show we have to. I mean, whales pay more. One thing that gets you is larger seating. It's the least we can do. 76%. Let's launch a
Cheer 100. Cheer 100.
Thank you, Whistling Diesel. Now 89% of the way through the hype train. Thank you, and a not so awesome sound drop. Right. Here we go. Thank you for that, and thank you for the brown noise. Oh, man, a herd of deer, says Deer Butch. Kind of. Herd of deer, a floating a squad of eagles, 97% of the way through level 1 of a hype train. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left for that. And the best part about this is this train would have to run for 30 minutes and then some to qualify as a hostage hype train. It can't even happen. It can't even happen.
Hey, laser
what?
lips. Your mama was a snowblower.
Thank you for the channel points, Whistling Diesel. Those don't affect the train, but thank you all the same. And again, like I said, won't happen. So we're good. We're good. The train will end. The show will end on time. My only worry was the hostage hype train, and now we just, we charter right out the back. So thank you all for that. 2 minutes left at level 1 if you want to take it a little higher. Won't hurt me a damn. All of it will go forward. We'll count it towards the goal, which is into March, so we'll probably end up knocking out half of that day that we're already on. All right, let's move forward. I've never felt visually arred by a cat before, or a cat emote, until now. Yep. Just got R-worded by an animated cat saying happy, 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 happy. Alrighty, so we were on this story. Deeply sorry, the Catholic Girls College quickly reversed their transgender admissions policy after major backlash. So we did want to talk about this because reversed it so fast, the backlash caused whiplash. Haha. Anyways, St. Mary's College in Notre Dame, Indiana, is backtracking on its decision to allow men who identify as transgender women to enroll in the formerly all-female Catholic institution. Thank you, Whistling Diesel. That's very apt. That's very apt. Thank you. Thank you. Could be worse. You could be R-worded by Aaron. Nah, St. Caesar. Aaron and April are too busy having sex with like Giannu and the Ricadas. They couldn't get around to me if they wanted to. And they don't want to. Who would want this?
Fuck off.
Right? The best I can do is fuck off. Can't even fuck on. All right. Thank you for that, Egg Picker. And thank you. Who was it that sent? Somebody said something. We kicked over into level 2. Level 2 of a hype train. One more controlled burn for that level 2. And now, was that necessary? Whistling Diesel. Who did we help? Who did we help? Swingers only with those 2 or 4 or whatever, says Mr. Q. Here's what it is. I'm not a swinger kind of person. I've learned that about myself. Not really a person that wants to be involved in such things. So if that's what they're doing, that's their business. And if I'm not involved, all the better. And I'd like to keep it that way. I believe in a firm work-life boundary in certain extents. And for me, it's like I should never see my boss naked or my boss's wife naked. I don't need any of those experiences. I don't want to have them. I don't need them. I don't even need to hang out with them in a hot tub because that would kill me. Literally kill me. But, you know. It's weird enough just being in the house. You know, when a show gets done, if he's feeling particularly like ornery, I'm like, I feel like I'm under the gun to get out of there before they just start humping somewhere, you know? I gotta go. Aaron went shirtless. That was enough for me. Aaron and April were hitting on Pat Milton's wife. That's scary. Holy shit, Whistling Diesel. What the fuck? Holy crap, thank you. We got to give some cowbell out for Whistling Diesel. Whistling Diesel just slapped his big old dick on this hype train. 5 gifted subs from Whistling Diesel, kicking us over into level 3 of the hype train. This goes out to David Williams, Boomer Bob Show, Biggie Pops, Kotod, Jericho. Let's throw that out, and then I got to do this again. Hold on, first 5 coming out. Whistling Diesel, or no, Wilmer Autotech on the second one. Wilmer Autotech to not be outdone. Mikey Johnny, if you aren't sure if Aaron and April have sex, wait 5 minutes. They'll tell you about it, want to or not. Like, here's the thing. I know they're having sex, and I quite frankly don't give a shit. I just don't want to be present while it's happening, right? Even if they're being quiet about it and I'm leaving and nobody, like, whatever, I just don't need to be there. That's, you know what I mean? Like, so it's out, it's throw on my shoes as fast as possible, and then climb my crippled ass out the door and into my car. And there we go. Wilmer Autotech getting a gifted sub out to Mikey2971, What It Be Like, Crack Babies 89, Harvey All 3728, and the Mad Hatter. Thank you very much for those 5 gifted subs. Level 4, 50%. Cowbell for Wilmer. Hey-o. They're going to make me eat my dick on the hype train thing. No, they're not. It's 20 minutes. They can't do it. Anyways, 50% of the way through level 4. I now need to do 2 more controlled burns? 2 more controlled burns, and then we got to cover this story I was on quick, and then flip it on over to the other 2 that we have before we run out of time. Because again, running up to that limit. Cheers, Whistling Diesel and Wilmer Autotech. Right, they're horn dogging, making the show cringe. To be honest, glad it doesn't happen on this show. Well, I'll be honest, Egg Picker. It's really hard for me to horn dog on this show because I'm solo.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby. Guess what?
All right, now Whistling Diesel.
I got a fever.
Whistling Diesel is
And
just.
the only prescription is more cowbell.
Just say, hey, how about you? Whistling Diesel is like, hey, there's a hype train. You got a hype train going on over here? That's awesome.
I'm gonna come.
All right, so first of all, we got to get I'm not. I won't have an arm to jerk with later. We've got a ring out to do for our good friends at Midland Armory. Love our friends at Midland Armory. MidlandArmory.com, an amazing store for the gun enthusiast in your family, especially at this time of year. Look into what they have. They can ship it to your local FLA dealer, and you can pick it up there in a lot of cases. Some amazing deals at MidlandArmory.com. Hell, tell them I sent you. It won't do a goddamn thing. Anyways, here we go. MidlandArmory.com being a part of the show. Thank you so much. All right, and now we got to roll out one for Whistling Diesel going to, and the chat's moving, FFL. Oh, FFL, right, FFL dealer. Thank you, Steve J, for correcting me. And you're a local FFL dealer. All right, so Whistling Diesel giving one to Polar Bear Express, Aries 4443, Captain Meowdy, Maleficent Misty, Freudian Nip Slip, Trojan 1978, the Ironworm, Promistas Mistra, and Saint Arène. Ooh, Saint Arène got one. Saint Arène exclamation point. Is that different? No, Saint Arène. And then yet another Emily. All right, thank you very much for those 10 gifted subs. Level 6 now. Now I have to do... Is it 3 or 4 controlled burns? I don't know. Here we go. Are you in Falling Waterhouse? No, Ironworm. I'm not. Cowbell for Whistle and Diesel. Thank you very much for this amazing holiday Christmas hype train thing. Super awesome for the support. Very, very much appreciated. Very, very nice.
Cheer 100, cheer 100. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Let's get to the bottom of that. Whistle and Diesel with two 100-bit gives, putting it at 42% of level 6. I'm going to do, I think this is the third of 6 burns that we have to do. Oh.
Cheer 100 boobies.
Now 44%, and the tits have been invoked. It's officially a Christmas show. Evil Gandhi saying, I like your show more than Steel Toe, Johnny. Chill and meaningful content. It's not always chill. I lose my shit plenty. I go up and down plenty. I'm not as funny as Aaron in certain ways. I can't do impersonations like Aaron in certain ways. I will admit I personally kind of the horn dog and the HR meeting thing. Like, yeah, I don't know how much I like
Hey
that.
guys, 100 boners, boner.
Either way. I'm glad you're enjoying our show. I enjoy being on Steel Toe. I feel like it's a good time when I'm there. And if you like our show and you like Steel Toe when I'm there, that's all that matters to me. As for the rest of it, hey man, Aaron does his show. I ain't telling him how to do it. He's more successful than me. Does larger audiences, pulls bigger numbers. What works for him, man. Alrighty. HR horny Randy meeting. Sad boy SBE. I heart titties. Merry Christmas. All right, sad boy. I heart titties. Merry Christmas. Mr. Q, I actually had to call Aaron out for complaining about the good things that happened to him when David Chandler gives him money. He complains about it when his wife touches his thing. He complains. Okay, whatever. Okay. Fuck if I know. Again, he's also, like, no offense, guys, he's also entertaining people. Like, believe it or not, some of the complaining part might be a shtick. I'm just saying. Sad boy retract his message. I'm sorry, I gotta go back here. My apologies. I have a code that I try to keep up. I try to keep up. But thank you, Wilmer, for gifting subs to everybody. Thank you for that amazing amount of support of this hype train ending at 47% here at level 6 with 24 seconds. Thank you very much for that. We love that. All of you guys watching on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Love seeing the numbers. Again, we got about...
Show love 103 cheers for Johnny hip hip hooray.
Thank you, dear Butch. Thank you very, very much. Again, we've got about 15, 20 minutes left in the show.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
If you fucking jinxed it. If you jinxed it by saying it when you did. Thank you very much, Whistle and Diesel, for the 5 Tier 1 subs. That is amazing. Brown Candy, Cosmic Pilgrim, 2 Fine Boxers, Ignatz, and Titty Boy McGee. Finally! I have waited to call out the name. Thank you, Whistle and Diesel, for giving me the ability to say now a subscribed member of our show, Titty Boy McGee. All right, we received a level 5 hype train emote. Isn't that awesome? We might need to be a Rumble only show with you two on the same screen. With who two? With who two? I can't wait for the Johnny and Matt STMS. It's going to be epic. There is no Johnny and Matt Steel Toe morning show. I announced that earlier. I'll explain that again right now. I can't do that. That was an idea that was proposed to me literally last night at about 9 p.m. And I considered it over the course of last night and today. Matt doesn't have a setup. He was going to try and cobble one together. My setup isn't good for 2 people. So it wasn't really going to work. And I just flat out told him no. I told him I couldn't do it. And he said, okay. Wasn't even like a, well, because there's something we can do. Like, not even a, and just, again, no offense, I have holiday plans too. I don't know if I want to have to go to bed early. Like, my daughter's going to go to her parents. My daughter's going to go to her mother's family for, like, Christmas during the day. Then she's going to come back home. I'd like to spend some time with my kid. So it was kind of all thrown together last minute, and I don't have the stuff for it physically and mentally to just kind of take that out. And it was just, and again, it was something we were discussing, and I was told he was going to call me and talk to me about it. And then I found out that he announced on the air that was going to happen. And I was like, all right, I got to flat out tell him no then, because like we were going to discuss it and I was going to explain some things about it. But he just kind of threw that one at me. And so, yeah, I said no. I said no. So, yeah, because I'm going to, who's it? Steve J. This is the Johnny Show on Twitch, and people are obsessed with other shows on other platforms. I mean, you know what? It's the Johnny Show on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. But at any rate, yeah, I didn't want anyone to be expecting that, and I'm sorry, Rusty Grammar. I would not be opposed to doing a show with Matt. I need to get a couple of things set up in my own studio to do 2 people. I have the equipment, and I have to redo the studio because we can't do 2 people with the green screen. We have 2 cameras. We can do 2 people, but we can't do 2 people with the green screen. If we do 2 people, we're going to have to do 2 cameras with a split view, and it'll be the both of us live or whatever, but we can't do it with the green screen. So I have 2 egg chair-like contraptions, and it can very much be done, but it's a work in progress, not something I could slap together in time for Monday. Again, if this had been something discussed like a while beforehand, maybe. Plus, she's going to be home on Tuesday. Like, I'm going to be able to have breakfast with her on Monday. It's just, it'll be hard. I have an extra chair, Johnny, but there are stairs. No, I have 2 egg chairs. I have an egg chair and I have like a new age egg hammock. So we have both. And, we can do them both. We can do it all, God damn it. But again, thank you for being part of the show on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We've got about 10 minutes left in the program, so we've got a couple. Let's finish this story about the Catholic school thing real quick, and then I don't know what else we'll talk about. We can do the Christmas Carol thing because it's a holiday story. That one won't keep. Alrighty, so St. Mary's College is backtracking on its decision. This is weighed heavily on our minds and in our hearts, President Katie Cannaboy said in the email sent around 11 a.m. Thursday. There have been many voices responding to us from many places and perspectives. We have listened closely and have heard each of you. The school previously announced their decision to admit not just women, but any students who considerately live and identify as women. So they wanted to do that, and then to call itself a women's college and to admit male students who consistently live and identify as women suggests that the college affirms an ideology of gender that separates sex from gender and claims that sexual identity is based on the subjective experience and not the individual. This ideology is at odds with Catholic teaching. Yes, so again, that's the weird part. We had to go to a Catholic school. Hey, you guys, you're not really cool with that, you know? And they tried to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get the chat box back on the screen. My bad. That should be up there. And they tried to be. Like, they tried to be cool with it and immediately caught backlash. They immediately caught backlash. So it's a sad thing. And oh man. I am not surprised that they caught the backlash and they're backtracking from it. I'm amazed they made the statement in the first place. Of all the places that I wouldn't expect that to go. And here's another thing. Like, I'm sure there's people that just identify as women and that's all it is to them, maybe. But I absolutely guarantee you that there will be people who are less than well-intentioned that'll use that as a scapegoat thing because we've done stories on it before. So it definitely happens. Alrighty, that sad boy retracted a message. Well, I'm glad we didn't have up. New Catholic is trying to include gays, but some are resistant. Right, they are. They're trying to make more room for the LGBT community. But like I said, I feel like just letting any dude that says they feel or live as a woman hang out in a girls' Catholic school. I'm saying I don't think we're ready for that yet. I don't think we're ready. And I don't think the world was ready. And I think they should have known better, but they didn't, and they went for it. And it bit them in the ass. There's a quick story we can talk about for a bit. No, we have to do the one on the church. We have to do the one on the Kansas City church people because it's a Christmas thing. So we have about 7 to 10 minutes left in the program. We're going to cover this last story and then probably book out. Again, one quick reminder for any of you that might not have heard. I was talking with Aaron about it earlier, but it all got kind of thrown together really quickly. I wasn't comfortable with the amount of work it would entail and how it would eat into my holiday plans. And because again, I was willing to work to do a show like with Aaron, like I'd do a show from home or whatever, but I don't want to put together, host a show, link into all of his stuff because I have to link all of his stuff into mine. That make a show the night before. Like I'd rather hang out with my daughter. So that's what I'm gonna do Tuesday morning. I don't know if there's even gonna be a show on Steel Toe Tuesday. Unfortunately, I hope he posts something about it because again, we were supposed to discuss it in a phone call and then he made an announcement on Rumble. So anyways, moving on, let's get over to this. But again, sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. I would very much like to do a show with Matt. If I can get my second, if I can get my egg chair, I'll order some foam in the next couple of weeks here. I'll get the egg chair retooled and I'll get the flag mounted up on the wall and we'll start doing Johnny with guests. Matt and Jonah and Oz would probably be the in-studio guests that we would book right out the gate. But Oz, we'll see how we set that one up. It depends on everyone's schedules. All righty. So a Kansas City church decided to do Christmas caroling at their local Walmart, and Redditors got very, very upset with this. So They started posting links about it, calling random group of zealots worshiping in Kansas City Walmart. Just let me buy green onions and leave. Yeah, totally not a cult. Far Cry 5 vibes. All right, so I have to deal with this to a lesser extent every Sunday. A woman in the bakery blasts sermons and worship music all morning and sings in praise as loud as she can, then goes to the break room and does it too, refuses to use headphones. That's white trashiest thing I've seen in a long time, says Broadside. So, so a lot of people complaining about this. Let's see what happened. They were Christmas caroling, I thought they were. You're saying they're Christmas caroling. Are they Christmas caroling or are they doing religious music? All right, so it is a sermon. I don't think this is this a Christmas carol? What is, I need to know what this is. Is this a religious song or a Christmas carol? And there are plenty of if you hate Christmas, you hate America. Well, if you hate Christmas, you hate capitalism, so that makes sense. Because Christmas, I don't know if you know this, is an entirely capitalist holiday, all about making money. That's, again, why it's predated by the Black Friday sale. But again, as I was saying, I am trying to figure this out. Is this a religious hymn or a Christmas carol? And sadly, there are some that do both. No, that's a Christmas carol. That's Christmas caroling. It's religious music, but it's a carol. Yeah, it's a Christmas carol. It's a Christmas carol. And Reddit's losing their mind. Oh, cult behavior. You know, these are the things people used to do going door to door. I don't know if you remember this. Redditors is, once again, you guys really need to get outside more. Really need to get outside more. Riding Dirty Llama, Egg Picker, all of them coming Christmas carol. Yeah, it's a Christmas carol. It's a Christmas carol. What are you complaining about? They're doing a Christmas carol. You can still buy your vegetables. What's the problem here? Why do we have a problem? They're singing in a Walmart. Dude, why? You know what you need? You need them singing, and you need the guy that does the Salvation Army bell, because that's a giant crock of shit. Anyways, you need the guy doing the Salvation Army bell to come flying in and start cowbelling the shit out of that. There we go. Rainbow people cling thing cults will never be funny to me. Again, it was Redditors. I don't know where they land on this in terms of rainbow people, but again, Redditors, they could be any shade of the spectrum. It's, again, the anonymous person behind the keyboard. The part that I find funny is, again, it does have religious tones to it, but it's just Christmas carol music, and everybody joined in because, once again, like the exact opposite of Reddit, these are all people who remembered, hey, it's all right to be nice to each other. Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid. I'll be here all week. 2-for-1 apples. Discounts on a lot of produce. We're out of eggnog. Don't even ask. We're out of eggnog. And to the couple fucking in the toy section, we see you. We see you dry humping, coming dangerously close to groping beyond the lines in the toy section, all right? Over by the bicycles, aisle 5, over by the bicycles, for anyone that wants to look. Old guys in particular. That'll break it up quick. Just let everyone know where you can watch those two try to fuck. Good luck with that. I really liked how I ended that bit. That was fun for me. I'm almost sad that we have to end the show now. I kind of am. Well, the numbers are great. We got a nice high peak. That was a beautiful crescendo. I mean, maybe carrying it beyond now would be just trying to make something work, and it just wouldn't be as good. It wouldn't be as good. Oh, nice to see something old school though. Have a Merry Christmas, Johnny and everyone. Thanks. Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. And the woman screaming the N-word, I see you. Oh, yeah. That would have been the best if you have, like, some Southern Baptist chick stand up. Oh, hell yeah, that's my... Whoa. Whoa, Robin. I mean, whoa, huh. I can't do a good one. Let us go watch porn, says Laura. I don't know about going and watching porn. You do you. You do you. But Riding Dirty Llama said it, and other people wishing me a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Chris Kwanzaa or whatever Mikey called it. Yeah, that too. Everything. I hope you guys have a great time. We don't have a sad boy one up there. Good. So we're going to bug out and go do holiday stuff. You guys all have a great time. We'll see if we can put something together on Sunday or Monday. We might be able to. I'm not going to specify, but we are not doing Aaron's show thing. It just is something I wasn't going to be able to put together on short notice. I apologize. Yeah. Anyway, so that's awesome, and you all have a great time. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience, and Merry Christmas.
Game over. What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How are you two fucking fucks? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
I'm a 50 terabyte self-evolving neural network double backflip off the high platform.